About a week or so ago, I was out at an antique store in Wells, Maine, and they had a collection of amazing postcards. So I scanned through hundreds of them. There were thousands. And I went to Germany, and Leipzig had this amazing statue, which blew my mind. In that ridiculous word, Denkmal. The statue originally tickled my art eye and then got me thinking, wow. And then I came across this. These were the only two out of thousands of postcards that I bought, and I really had no clue that they were from the same thing. I was just attracted to both. Out of all of the piles of amazing different postcards from the past, some had copper lighting and tint. These two attracted me the most. And so I had to dig deeper, and I found something absolutely astounding and mind-bending in how it exists. So this is from 1922, and take a look at it and notice the stone and how deep it goes in the water and where everything is. This is 1922, it said in pencil on the back of the postcard. But then here is some World War II, I believe, footage from the Germans that it shows the grass pretty much at the top, covering a lot of it, covering that statue, covering the amazing entranceway, which you will get to see. The statue from earlier is at the top, but there is an incredible statue in the entranceway buried under this grass. So I'm not sure if that was done as part of war to protect it or something, but there's something interesting about the timeline, because it was done in 1913 and then covered up, supposedly. I have a feeling it's way older. Again, just a theory. Don't get upset if you know the truth, but this place strikes me as being old and awesome. And they hide some interesting things. So definitely take note at how the reflection and the postcard itself do not show the top, which clearly had something at some point in time. But also note this, 1913, that's when this card looks like it's from, and it shows the bottom portion where that circle is. Going back to my card, 1922, boom, that whole bottom portion is gone. It is not the same. There's no statue of the guy, which you will see later, which guards the entrance. So why from 1913, if they built it then, to 1922, did this happen? Did a change of the entire landscape happen? They buried something incredible. Why would they have done it? And here again, it's out. It's in the open. If you can see it, you'll be able to notice it very soon. This thing is packed with artwork that is out of this world. It is like Prometheus-esque. It is ridiculous. See that person, that whole statue? You're going to see a close-up of it in a second. It's unbelievable, and it's not in the picture that I have from 1922, supposedly, but it started in 1913. This thing is immaculately ancient. It had to have been colored at one point, and it says in 1913 that it didn't look colored when they completed it. So there's no way. And look at the top. It is a stone pedestal. Everything is building. These things are protecting the pinnacle, whatever was at the top of that. And from 1913 on, there's never been anything at the top. And look at that. Look how old that looks. That does not look like only 100 years old. It looks way deeper. And how did they build it? I still cannot fathom. This statue looks even bigger than the other ones on top, and the ones that I showed you with the dog at the very beginning of this video. And how do they get from standing next to it to building it up there? Is that a Photoshop trick? I'm sure they were doing photo tricks in the dark rooms. But what is the story with this? Look at that. You could see what that would look like. You can envision the color and everything. And I might actually draw it at some point because it's just too amazing. And above it, it has an inscription, which I'll go over in a little bit. But look at these horses. Look at the way this is carved. Look at the way the lines of the concrete are there. It's like the block was like sanded and smooth. And this is supposedly Barbarossa, either a notorious pirate or Frederick Barbarossa, the Holy Roman Emperor of 1100. Why would they put that in now, in something that's supposedly honoring the war with Napoleon and success over that war? All these things, all that whole era of Napoleon and everything like that seems so fabricated. It's obnoxious. And to think that, maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Maybe they built it. I'll show you some construction pictures later. It's not really that convincing. But why do they always use these ancient symbols in things that are hundreds of years old? It's just in the artwork is of a style. In this one in particular, it really seems otherworldly. It almost gives you the chills at being like, wow, like what is going on here? What are we missing? who is in the past, who is out there beyond the poles, what are these beings that these are to. And maybe, maybe it was created in 1913, but looking at it, looking at the outside, looking at everything, it looks like it has a purpose. Like the domes, the inside at the top, look at that. It looks like there was some kind of machine or some kind of thing in there. And wait till you see the detail of the drawings. It's amazing. It's whether it's something of sound, something of ether, something of something, some crazy, ancient, amazing, immaculate technology happened here. It absolutely had to have. I don't have confidence in the 1800s people being able to build this, or 1913s people being able to build this. I just have zero confidence in it. And I could be wrong, but who knows? Look at this place. Look at the faces, the symbolism, the structure, the strength. Those things are carved, like those bricks are just immaculately smoothed out and carved in. And these guys are huge. They are epic. They are almost proof of gods, which is why I think the lame narrative and why the need to clear it up and why this, they never got rid of this. This is almost like I wonder if the people that know, go to this and know about it being something, like they know who these people are. They know what this was meant for at one point in time. They see this and they see the history and they're just like, ha ha ha, these guys, people believe this stuff. Look at it. And I actually spun this in my Spinning Mandala app, and it created some amazing illusions at a 150 mark. If you've seen my Mandala Science video, this one harmonizes at 150, 300, 450, and look at that. I guarantee you that animates as well. And who are those? Are they intricately carved to make each person unique? Like the emperor in China / Tartaria, whatever, that categorized everyone? What is the purpose of that? Could they all move when you shine light on it? Certain day, the sun shines, maybe something does it, an eclipse, whatever it was at top. Maybe it was a huge structure, a huge crystal that went all the way from down to the top, or some ether generating device. Look at how big this is. And look at how detailed they are and how unique they are. They are all unique. They are all individual people and gods or something. They are people that existed. It is definitely a part of history that was rewritten as framed as something else. And it doesn't make any sense. I really cannot gather. You'll see in a sec a video from Germany. I think the Nazis took it, where all that stuff, the Gos, Mies, Uns, is under grass. It's all covered. And why? How can it go from this time, whatever that card was from? Maybe the cards are older. But yeah, Gott mit uns, God with us, is what it says. And I don't know if that was carved later, but look at this. Look at this footage. The hill, all of that stuff, that big guy in the entranceway, the horses, everything is gone. And this is in colored, looks like it's colorized German footage. And they're here. Look at everything underneath. Why would they build it in 1913 and then in 1945 it ends up like this? I understand the war part, but how the hill? What's with the landfill over it? The grass, everything is hidden from it. Like all that good stuff that was once there was hidden and then uncovered again. Like, did that happen, or are the dates just all out of whack and in a way that's just, unfathomable? That construction does not look like it was done in the early 1900s. I can't find anything like it. And on the Wikipedia, they have like 2 other examples of similar kind of structures, like one in South Africa and one somewhere else. They are nothing like this. This one is special. It's almost like a tree of life, or so. It's like a worshiping pond, a reflection pond for something incredible. And look at this, a construction photo, but is it? Again, the underside, the stuff, that all of it looks built. Like what? When is that from? And again, it's just, the timeline it doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm putting this out there. Maybe some of you can make some sense of it. Maybe someone can find something of what was on top. Was it just even a giant statue? Something just incredibly giant. Gold, I'm sure. It's probably why it's not there. Or it was a device. You saw the inside of this, and it had those abilities. Look at this. Oh, God. But it's hollowed out, like Zone could have had a machine in it, could have had a bell, could have had some kind of device. And this, again, now these people, whenever this was, it looks like an almost Tartarian flag at the bottom left. And the grass and the bottom part is open. And then here, it's just too ridiculous. I don't understand. So I had to see you all to see if you could all make some sense of it. Here's some of the last video that you'll see. And this building right here, I got to try and track as well. Look at that thing. That is amazing. And I wouldn't think that that would be from the early 1900s either. Like these, you know, what? But this especially just looks ancient. I can't get around the fact that this looks ancient and from a civilization that is beyond ours, beyond our comprehension currently, but slowly kind of being able to be grasped. And this is old footage mixed with new footage, it looks like. I gathered it from a YouTube video. If you search this, you can find them. Truly an incredible place, and if someone out there is from Germany or anyone ever been to this, please let me know what the feeling was like or any insight that you will have. I just want to know, really. I'm just proposing a theory because I've only discovered this place a couple weeks ago, so I'm just, again, a theory. I have no idea, and I have a feeling the people that have the narrative out there, the one that's been on the internet and whatnot, I have a feeling they don't know either. This is just something awesome, and I wish I knew who the artist was so I could see everything else they've ever done, everything that they've ever created. I would want to see after looking at this structure. And you know, I bet you there's more of these underground or something. There has to be, all over the place. You keep digging, we'll probably find the whole world is like a structured like this in some cavernous, amazing, unbelievable, ridiculously incredible way. Look at how beautiful that place is. God is truly with whoever created that. And may God be with all you. Bless you all.